Alright, and hello everyone, it is me, Jay Burns, and in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make this bracelet right here. This bracelet is hopefully, I'm not very sure, but hopefully is my own original design, and it is called the Cat Band 5 bracelet, because as you can see here, it has 5 cat bands in one little section of the bracelet, so each section is its own group of 5 cat bands. So I'll be showing you how to make this bracelet. To make this bracelet you will need lots of clips. I would recommend using C clips if you have them, or just all of the same type of clip. So I will be using C clips here. You will also need rubber bands, and there are 2 different groups. You have your A rubber bands and your B rubber bands, and well, the A color rubber bands, they are the rubber bands that are kind of in the, or yes, they are in the middle of the group of 5. So the purple potion rubber bands here in this example. The B rubber bands, they are the rubber bands that are just the other 4 cat bands in the group of 5. So instead of just having the whole thing be one color, I just thought, you know, why not have 2 different colors? And yeah, it would also make explaining how you make this bracelet a lot easier. So A rubber band is in the middle, B color rubber bands are on the outside. Or you could even think of it as the border. So B border, you know? Alright, so for the number of rubber bands that you will need, you really just could get a handful of each color. Just grab a handful. You really won't need that many A color rubber bands at all. I only used 7, I'm pretty sure, in this one, or 6. I used 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I used 6 in this one, and my wrist, I'm not sure if it's, yeah, my wrist is pretty small. I can put my hand around it. So, I have a pretty small wrist, and I only used 5, so, or 6, oh my gosh. So you really won't need that many A rubber bands, and for every A color rubber band you have, you will need about 4 B color rubber bands. So yeah. And then for clips, you'll need about 6 for each section of the bracelet. Yes, so 6 clips for every 5 rubber bands you used. So yeah, about that many. But that stuff will be in the description just in case if you forget. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started with this. So just dumped everything off. That didn't go as planned. It's a little bit messy now. Just push everything. Alright, so to begin making the bracelet, let's just use this here as an example. So first we need to get our first A color cat band made. So our first A color rubber band and our first clip. So we need 1 clip and 1 A color rubber band. Alright. And well, as you can see here, all of the rubber bands in this bracelet are single rubber bands, and they're all cat band rubber bands. So all of the rubber bands in this bracelet have been made into a cat band. So we're going to take this first A color rubber band and turn it into a cat band, and to do that you're going to take the rubber band and twist it into an 8 or an infinity shape like so. Then fold it back on top of itself, kind of like a book when you close it. And now it should look like you have 2 little rubber bands instead of 1. Remember, this is only 1 rubber band, duh. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take this 1 clip and attach it to this A color cat band. So once we turn the rubber band into a cat band, I'm going to call it the A color cat band or the B color cat band, depending on what color group it is from. Alright, so once we have this here, well, now we have this right here. So to continue making the bracelet, we need 2 clips and 2 B color rubber bands. And just to let you know, the actual pattern for making the bracelet has not started quite yet, so you don't really need to pay much attention to this part. Just make what I'm making right now. Alright, so 2 B color rubber bands and 2 clips. So we're going to do the same thing with these B color rubber bands that we did with the A color rubber band. We're going to turn them both into cat bands and attach one clip to the cap bands we make out of the B color rubber bands. So we're going to take one B color rubber band at a time. So to make a cap band, you twist the rubber band into an 8 or an infinity shape like so, fold it kind of like a book back on top of itself, and now it should look like you have 2 little rubber bands instead of 1. So that is your cap band. Now you're going to go ahead and get your clip, one clip, only one, and attach it to the cap band you just made. And this cap band is being goofy. There we go. Goodness. So you get the clip on the cap band, and as you can see, we still have one B color rubber band left. So we do the same thing. I'm going to show you how to. I'm going to tell you actually how to make a cap band one more time. So to make a cap band, you twist the rubber band into an 8 or an infinity shape. You fold it like a book back on top of itself, and then it should look like you have 2 little rubber bands instead of 1. Alright, so that's your cap band. You get your clip and attach it to the new cap band. And there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to attach both of these clips, so these new clips on the new rubber bands, the new cap bands, I guess we could say, to the A color rubber band. Gosh. This A color cap band here. That was weird. So the clips on the B color cap bands are going to go onto this A color cap band. So you take one of the clips, attach it to this cap band. Oh, and when this happens, make sure you get both of the little loops. Very important. Then we're going to do the exact same thing with the other cap band. The other B color cap band. Put it on the A color cap band. And there we go. So now we should have something like this here. Or you should. And there should be this loose clip here on the A color cap band. So just make a small note about that. Alright, so here is what we have so far. Now the actual pattern to make the bracelet starts. So to start making the bracelet, you will need 2 clips and 2 B color cap band, 2 B color rubber bands. So 2 B color rubber bands, 2 clips. So here's the actual pattern for making the bracelet. And I will only be showing you the pattern once, so make sure you pay attention. Alright. So to make the bracelet, what you need to start 2 B color rubber bands, 2 clips. I think I said that like 5 times. And what you're going to do is you're going to make both of these B color rubber bands into cap bands and attach one clip to the cap band you create. So, one clip per rubber band. So we're going to take one of the B color rubber bands and make it into a cap band. Then we're going to take one of the clips and attach it to this cap band we just made. Alright, there we go. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the other B color rubber band, make it into a cap band, and attach this clip onto the cap band. And if I'm going a little too fast, which I'm really probably not, just use the pause button. Yeah, I'm going really slow, goodness. Alright, so now once you have the clips on the cap bands, so what we're going to do now is we're going to attach the clips to the previous B color cap bands in the bracelets. So here are the other 2 cap bands that are already in the bracelet. We're going to attach one of the clips on one of the new cap bands onto one of the old cap bands, I guess we could say. Make sure it's the B color one. So we have something like this. Now we're going to do the same thing with the other cap band and this other clip here. So here's the other cap band that only has, well, it doesn't have a B color cap band attached to it, so we just go ahead and attach those. So there we go. So we should have this much of our bracelet finished now. So here here's how much of the first 5 we should have. Okay, I'll just show you here on the bracelet. So here's what we have so far. So next we need to add 2 clips and 1 A color rubber band. So next step in making the group of 5, we get an A color rubber band, 2 clips. Alright, so just like we've done with all of our other rubber bands, we're going to make this A color rubber band into a cap band. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to attach 2 clips to this 1 cap band instead of just 1, like all of our B color rubber bands. So we're going to take the clip, or one of them, and attach it to the A color cap band, and then we're going to do the exact same thing with the other clip. Attach it to the same cap band. And there we go. Now we're going to attach these 2 clips, these new clips, onto the last B color rubber bands we added to our bracelet. So these 2 that look like little 8s right now because they're being weird cap bands. So we're going to take 1 clip on this A color rubber band, or cap band, and attach it to one of these B color cap bands on the end of our bracelet. Then we're going to take the other clip on our A color cap band and attach it to the other B color cap band on the end of our bracelet. Oop. Why are you resisting the clip? Get on there. There. Okay. Well, that was a lot more than what I was expecting it to be. So there we go. So now we have this much done of our first 5. So I'll show you here on this better example. So here's what we have so far for our bracelet that we need. Now we need 2 more clips and 2 more B color rubber bands. So we're going to go ahead and finish the first group of 5, the first cap band 5 group, off the same way we started. We're going to go ahead and make 2 cap bands out of these 2 B color rubber bands and attach a clip to both cap bands. That was so much easier. Alright, so once you have both of the clips attached to both of the cap bands, we're going to attach both of these clips that are on our new cap bands onto this A color cap band that's at the end of our bracelet. So not this A color cap band here with the extra loose clip, but this one here that only has 2 clips attached to it. I'm trying to figure out how my bracelet is supposed to... Okay, there we go. So we're going to attach both of these clips to this A color cap band. And now I'm doing weird stuff, so there we go. 1 clip. Two clips. Okay, goodness, that was crazy. So that is how you make one group of your cap band 5 bracelet. You attach 2 clips that are on 2 B color cap bands, then you attach 2 more clips that are on 1 A color cap band, and then lastly 2 more clips with 2 B color cap bands attached to them. So 6 clips and 5 rubber bands total. So don't pay attention to this right here, but the 6 clips that you need, and yeah. So you would just do this same pattern over and over until you make your bracelet long enough to fit around your wrist. And I'm going to go ahead now and show you how you finish off your bracelet. So to finish off your bracelet, all you need is 1 A color cap band and 1 A color rubber band and 2 clips. I was about to say B color rubber bands. Now, this really all depends on where you end off your bracelet for the clips. If you see that your bracelet is going to work fine, or is going to end off with an A color rubber band at the end, so you don't have these extra, or not these extra, but these B color rubber bands right here, you just have this, then you won't need an extra A color rubber band. But if you do have these two extra, or not extra, they're not extra, you need these. If you do have these two B color cap bands here on the end, then you will need 2 clips and an A color rubber band. Alright, so if you do have an A color cap band at the end of your bracelet already, then just wait until I get through this part, and then I'll tell you when everybody's doing the same thing. So, what we're going to do is we're going to make this A color rubber band into a cap band. Then, we're going to attach these 2 clips to this one A color cap band. There we go. And then we're just going to attach these 2 clips on this A color cap band to these 2 B color cap bands on the end of our bracelet. So 1 clip per B color cap band, by the way. So you have something like this. Kind of like you're just going to continue making the bracelet, but you're not, because as you can see, we don't have these 4 in the middle. But anyway. So now everybody's doing the same thing. So all we have to do now is, once we have this A color cap band here on the end, we're going to attach it to this A color cap band on the other end of our bracelet that has this loose clip on it. So that's why we had that extra loose clip there before. There we go. So you just attach those 2 together, and here is how you get this. And here's how you finish off your bracelet. So as you can see here, this is obviously not a bracelet. This is probably not even a ring. Let me see if I can get it to fit. Yeah, it'll fit. So it looks like I just have a ring here. But yeah. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial. So I guess it's time for the outro. So I would like to thank you for watching my tutorial. Hopefully it showed you how to make the Cap Band 5 bracelet successfully, and hopefully now you are wearing your bracelet and enjoying your bracelet and all that fun stuff you do with bracelets, or yeah, doing all that fun stuff. But yeah, the reason I didn't actually continue and make this whole thing into a bracelet is because I no longer edit my tutorials, and there will be a link to the vlog where I say that in the description as well, along with a tutorial for this bracelet right here, which is pretty much a starburst with just cap bands and clips. I'm not sure if this is original either. I looked it up, but I haven't found anything, so yeah, there will be a link to this tutorial as well once I get that up. But whatever. Back to this. But yeah, so that's pretty much why I didn't continue and make this into an actual bracelet. But the thumbnail does have it as an actual bracelet. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's all I have to say for this tutorial. Thanks for watching, and bye!